trust on the fact that the things that they said worked, right? It's not the idea that like any human being can venture into any field and just decide for themselves. Well, no. What you really have to decide for yourself is who do you trust, right? That's what you really have to do.
Should we kill podcasts? Apparently you want to.
Well,
Why?
Obviously, we cannot literally abolish podcasts, but I do think it should at least aspirationally be the great abolitionist cause of our times.
Seriously? There's nothing
the early
more
abolitionists
important than
couldn't
killing
envision how they
podcasts?
could get rid of slavery, at least initially. But they worked, and they worked hard. They theorized how to accomplish it, and then lo and behold, history has a way of bending toward justice. Okay, it's a little tongue-in-cheek. What the premise here, at least from my perspective, is that there is a very much-needed critique to be made of the modern podcast ecosystem, or the current media environment, because podcasts have pretty much supplanted traditional media in terms of overall influence, in terms of dictating political opinion and social mores. And go and look today, as I did this morning, at the top
Will you watch the Josiah versus Brad debate? Yeah, maybe after this, yeah.
podcast in the United States, according to Spotify, for news. Number 2 is the Tucker Carlson podcast, and he's joined by other noted nutbag luminaries such as Candace Owens in the news category. Not in the entertainment category, not in like the garbage hallucinatory category, in the news category. And so I think that calls for a bit of a thoroughgoing structural critique. Brett was a guest on the Tucker Carlson podcast, recently got millions and millions of views. It's incredibly lucrative. All the incentives militate toward huge profits from this current ethos that prevails in the podcast sector. And you have Brett, who I have no animosity toward, but I was listening to it.
I don't actually, I shouldn't even say this. I don't think I align with Michael Tracy most of the time for his politics, but actually I don't know that. Maybe I do. But I do appreciate that Michael Tracy is his own independent, unique person. All right? I appreciate that about him, and I will always appreciate that about him. One thing that never, ever, ever gets called out, ever, on any of these podcast spaces, they always talk about like the perverse incentives of the mainstream media and the corporate donors and all this other bullshit. They never talk about the millions or tens of millions of dollars that they all make being anti-corporation, anti-mainstream media, anti-establishment people. They never talk about that ever. So thank you for bringing that up.
And he's going on and on about how there's a hidden Epstein power structure that somehow it may or may not have compelled Trump to go to war with Iran, et cetera, et cetera.
To try to adjudicate this here.
Well, I'm giving an example of I'm supporting my thesis.
Right, but that seems a bit unfair.
Okay, well, let me just finish my opening remarks, and you can respond however you see fit. And so I thought, okay, maybe I'll investigate a little bit more about Brett's perspective on this Epstein issue, since he says it's the most central issue facing our society today. It gets to the very core of our entire democratic system. So he's on another podcast a few weeks earlier with this guy, Chris Jones, over 1 million followers on YouTube alone. And Chris Jones introduces the topic by saying, shouldn't we have riots in the streets right now over Jeffrey Epstein because all these files show that they were trafficking and eating children? And Brett just sits there and nods in affirmation. So there are
Michael, you had your opening statement. Thank you very much. We'll cut you off right there. Brett, chance to respond, and then we'll go to Lauren.
Yeah, I don't know exactly why I should need to respond. I was asked
or you can have your own opening statement.
I was asked to join a conversation about whether we should end all podcasts, and I believe...
Oh.
Sorry, I was dealing with some shit.
Oh, where is it? Where's
Actually don't know what's going on right now, to be honest. Let me make sure my audio is working all good, though, real quick.
Where is it? Where's
Actually don't know what's going on right now, to be honest. Let me make sure my audio is working all good, though, real quick.
Where is it? Where's
Actually don't know what's going on right now, to be honest. Let me make sure. Just another moment. I just realized my audio is super quiet. Is my audio always just fucking quiet? make my music louder? Music, fuck. My audio louder. Sure, my audio's like super quiet right now.
Here's the thing. Hold on. Fuck. Point to the board.
Okay.
The Weinsteins, all of the intellectual dark web people, and everybody even loosely associated with that term are excluded.
Alright. Boom. Test. Audio louder. Alright. Boom. Test. Audio louder.
Exclusively here for.
Are you kidding me? Why is my audio so shit? Test. Test 1 2. Yeah, what's going on? How do I get my audio louder? Is it this way? Okay, now that's super far back. Now, does it change audio? No, so that's input only. Now output super far back. Doesn't do shit. How about now? Nope. Okay, test. Okay, test. Oh wait, I'm getting actual audio right now. This is what's going on. Okay, test. Oh wait, I'm getting actual audio right now. Okay, wait. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. This is max volume right now. Test 1 2. This is max volume right now. Alright. Test 1 2. This is max volume. Alright. Test 1 2. This is max volume. Alright, now this is kind of far away. marginally. Now that we have good audio, I can now turn this on. Test. Good audio, I can now turn this on. Test. Now it's the very last test I'm gonna do. Just making sure that this plays good with a video.
Same team convos, or maybe friendly conversations. Although I would call them fake friendly conversations, where they're
Test, 1,
pretending they have
2.
some like substantive disagreements, but they're trying to come together. And
That this plays good with a video.
same team convos, or maybe friendly conversations. Although I would call them fake friendly conversations, where they're
Test, 1,
pretending they have
2.
some like substantive disagreements, but they're trying to come together and say they have more in common than separate from each other, or more in common than different from each other. But it's not really. It's usually over bullshit that they don't even really disagree on that much, or they don't even matter. But he thought he was signing up for one of these two, and say they have more in common than separate from each other, or more in common than different from each other. But it's not really. It's usually over bullshit that they don't even really disagree on that much, or they don't even matter. But he thought he was signing up for one of these two, and say they have more in common than separate from each other, or more in common than different from each other. But it's not really. It's usually over bullshit that they don't even really disagree on that much, or they don't even matter. But he thought he was signing.
Guys, this has been a fucking mindfuck doing all this.
Matter. But he thought he was signing.
Guys, this has been a fucking mindfuck doing all this.
Matter. But he thought was signing. Things. Michael Tracy is always in fight matter. But he thought was signing. Appreciate. Everybody that calls us part of the intellectual dark web is exclusively looking to be platformed on friendly convos with no critical pushback. Although, as I said earlier in our whole earlier drama debacle, that's basically all the media these.
Destiny.
Well,
Because we've been having sorry.
I
I'm just want to add one more. Go ahead, Nick. Go ahead, Destiny.
Well,
sorry.
yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, like to say the line is drawn at the law. I mean, is the most boring answer ever. Obviously, and if you're a business owner, you kind of have to operate there. But that's not the only place you can operate, right? Business owners to say the line is drawn at the law. I mean, Congress, the most boring answer ever. Obviously, if you're a business owner, you kind of have to operate there. But that's not the only place you can operate, right? Business owners to say the line is drawn at the law. I mean, Congress, the most boring answer ever. Obviously, if you're a business owner, you kind of have to operate there. But that's not the only place you.
I think the audio is good now. Just give it a minute. Alright, I'm in the stream and set up a new one just to make sure. Just to reset, essentially. Actually, no, I'll just keep this one running.
This one? Last night, an employee of Riot Games failed, decided to post and leak the IP address of Trainwrecks while he was still live streaming it. Train had to end stream. Yeah, chat, I was what happened. Like, chat, that's not just a little crazy. That's fucking insane. Like this guy went inside of his whatever system and actually leaked his, like, bro, that's fucking insane.
What the fuck do I do? What? Hold on, wait, what the fuck is going on? Look, I'll show you right now. Yeah, that's it. That's it, right? What? Wait, hold on. What the fuck do I do? What the?
Jared.
Hold on. What? Oh, is this guy retarded? Is he retarded? No,
he's genuinely
Wait a
retarded.
sec here. Oh my god.
Well, when you can't sue, of course you can sue. Are you, bro? Are you kidding me, dude? One, this is his job, right? Leaking IP, and what mean you can? Of course you can. This guy used bro. It's like if a credit card company leaked your address, like that's the same thing.
No, I don't think so.
Like, and he says, oh, you can't sue unless you show damages. Wait, that's so fucking easy. You show how much you make a fucking day on stream. Show that you had to end because of this shit, right? And you can quantify all of it. Plus the sponsor. Plus the sponsor. I'm pretty sure Trevor was doing gambling at the time, man. A night of gambling, sponsor-wise. Oof. I don't think my boy can afford that. Hey, I don't know how much he buy games. I don't know how much I don't know how much money he's got in his bank account. I don't think he can afford that.
Yo, guys, I have to go. I'll be back. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm so sorry for the abrupt. I'm gonna end real quick. Yo, guys, I have to go. I'll be back when I get everything situated. I'll be back. Hold on. Wait, what the fuck is going on? Look, I'll show you right now. Yeah.
Because the train gets boosted in literally every game he plays, the ban is justified. Train's not gonna go to Discovery. Point banned, buddy. And this isn't even being boosted. The guy showed information he could only have to Riot's fucking internal system that this guy has access to, and he leaked it to the world. Like this guy leaked numbers. He can only get to the fucking through private shit online. Bro, that's a security threat. Like, are you fucking stupid? Bro, what? One, this causes loss of income.
All right.
Two.
Okay.
This causes emotional distress, and on top of that, it's an actual security threat. And also
Security
this
threat.
Is also a social engineer, a possible breach. Like somebody could go to the. Yo, I can't. I actually can't. There's no way you'd actually believe whatever you said in chat. That's crazy. You can also argue malice and intent based on what the context was. Absolutely. A good lawyer can absolutely argue that it was done out of malice.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Okay, I'll do it. Yeah, every part was fucked up, but the ban was justified. I disagree. I mean, you're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. Imagine thinking that a player can't play with. If you're gonna say somebody's doing some boosting scheme, how is that on the player's how is that on the player's fault? Play with your friends. You assume that they're gonna.
Oh, it's here. From out of nowhere, the top turnbuckle, Code Blue Cam, just released the Jack Doherty body cam from when he got arrested a few months ago.
Yeah, when I start recording this, it's the actual video. Yeah, I'm super late to this, the Jack Doherty body cam shit.
Oh, it's here. From out of nowhere, the top turnbuckle, Code Blue Cam, just released the Jack Doherty body cam from when he got arrested a few months ago. And this is a more successful shadow drop than Apex Legends. This puppy is popping off because everyone wants to see Sack Dorky get punished.
Sack Dorky.
They want to see him be arrested, thrown in jail, in the cuffs, because he is an insufferable asshole who truly deserves it.
It is around 3 a.m. on the morning of Saturday, November 15th, 2025, and these Miami Beach police officers stationed on Washington Avenue in Miami Beach, Florida, have reached their patience limit with 22-year-old YouTuber Jack Doherty.
God, looking like that at 22 is so unfortunate. He actually looks like a 12-year-old boy. That's brutal, man. That looks like something you'd see in your middle school yearbook. He also runs like an OnlyFans agency or some shit, too. Imagine Boss Baby being the person handling your paychecks. Eek.
Jack Doherty, who broke away from his group and attempted to engage officers to create content for his channel in the middle of the roadway, creating a safety hazard. Despite multiple warnings, Jack continued recording the video, even ignoring his friends as they told him to stop. As a final warning, officers told him that they would...
Also, I always like to highlight these guys as well, because I think they're even more pathetic than the main clown, because they do this for nothing. I bet this guy doesn't even get paid to hold the camera for Jack Doherty's dog shit streams. I bet he just does it because he tries to suckle some clout out of it. I bet he does it for the love of the game. Oh, Jack, do you need someone to hold your cock while you pee? Yeah, I'll do it. No, you don't need to pay me. The same thing with all the pranksters and shit. All the pranksters who have their friends run into the like fast food places with them, they do not see a penny of the revenue that the person makes. I highlight this phenomenon every time I see it in pranksters content or in Sack Dorky's streams. The people that are with him, his entourage, his lackeys, they deserve just as many spitballs and tomatoes as the protagonist clown Jack.
What does this kid even do? I haven't actually even ever looked into him. All caps. Okay. I'm just gonna dip out. Yeah, I'm gonna dip out. No, this is right, see y'all.